everybody, my name is OldSkuleNerd, and every Friday I do reactions to Tommy Johansson covers. He does metal covers of any song imaginable. And speaking of which, if you guys weren't here last week, here's a little bit of a recap. There's only one cover that Tommy could do. To me, that would be the end of it for me. I would probably lose my mind. And it's Stan Bush's "You've Got the Touch" from the Transformers movie. That and No Easy Way Out are my two biggest hero coming from the depths of defeat songs of my childhood. And it inspired me. And Tommy, you inspire me. Okay. For those who don't believe in Santa, he's real. He lives in Sweden, plays guitar for two bands called Sabaton and Majestica, and he works year-round. I was 12 years old. It was 1986. I was constantly being picked on and bullied. I weighed 100 pounds soaking wet. I was a tiny little child. I was way too young for the grade of school I was in, and I was easy pickings until 1986. And then I started believing in myself because of this song. Now, as I'm starting to cry, I'm going to play the reaction, and then I'll explain why. Ready? Here we go. Dang it, Tommy. Oh.
You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah. After all is said and done, you never walk, you never run, you're a winner. Got the moves, you know the street. Break the rules, take the heat, you're nobody's fool. You're at your best when the going gets rough. You've been put to the test, but it's never enough. You got the touch. You got the power. When all hell's breaking loose, you'll be right at the eye of the storm. You got the heart. You got the motion. You know that when things get too tough, you got the touch. You never bend, you never break. You seem to know just what it takes to fighter. It's in the blood, it's in the will, it's in the mighty hands of steel when you're standing your ground. And you never get hit when your back's to the wall. Gonna fight till the end and you're taking it all. You got a touch. You got a power. When all hell's breaking loose, you'll be right in the eye of the storm. You got the heart. You got the motion. You know when the things get too tough, you got the touch. You're fighting for your time.
That's me.
You know you got the touch. You're at your best when the going gets rough. You've been put to the test, but it's never enough. You got the touch. You got the power.
All right, Tommy. Dear Lord. Dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord. Okay, by the way, great segues here with the okay. Does anybody want to know why he's using the Electric Callboy Hypa Hypa 1985-86 Miami Vice background? It's because it's the closest to the grid line that runs behind Stan Bush in the original video. It's really hard to find that graphic. It's actually this one. Except the one in Transformers is actually, instead of horizontal, it's vertical on both sides coming out of Unicron. Now, let's the Keytar. That's what kills me. All right, let me wipe my tears. Let me get into something real quick. Okay, in 1986, there were two things that everybody knew. Number one, heroes could die. The way we learned this for most children was in January of that year, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded. And then in 1986, August 9th, I was in Houston, Texas. My dad was on a business trip in Houston. I went with him because it was the summertime, school was out. And next door to our hotel was a movie theater. And I asked my dad if I could go. I was so pumped up. I had not missed a single episode of Transformers, the TV show, which was a huge toy marketing ploy, just like G.I. Joe and He-Man and everything else. It was literally cartoons, literally designed to sell toys. And a couple things happened that day. Number one, I believe that all things were possible, including that your heroes could die. Beginning of the movie, you're watching it like you're watching any afternoon, Saturday morning cartoon where the good guys never die. In fact, nobody ever died. In cartoons, nobody dies ever because violence of that level is not allowed. But this was a movie. And the toy companies, Hasbro and their distributors came up with a really interesting idea. You know, since it's a movie, technically we could kill everything and reintroduce a whole new lot of toys that the kids will have to buy. Through that moment of greed, they gave children a view that their favorite hero could die. Now, this has nothing to do with the Transformers movies with Shia LaBeouf and Mark Wahlberg and all that stuff. This is not the ones that were remade. These are the cartoons. Optimus Prime dies. Okay, so Megatron and the Decepticons come down to Earth. They sneak attack on the Autobot base on Earth, and they start killing all the Autobots that you remember from the original cartoon. And you're just, as a kid, you're just like, that they're dead. Like, they're not just shot, oh, they fall down and then they come back. No, they're like, arms got blown off, heads got blown off. You're like, oh, they're dead. So as a 12-year-old kid, you're kind of shocked by that. And then Optimus Prime shows up. And when he shows up, this song starts playing. It's pretty inspirational. And the movie had a couple things in it. It had the death of Optimus Prime, which was the most shocking and disturbing death ever in the history of a cartoon movie. Followed by the most satisfying death of any death in a cartoon movie, which was this idiot here. He was killed by Spock. If you don't know the reference, check out the movie. Now, this was not, like I said, this is not the CGI one that came out in 2008 and so on. This came out in 1986 in August. Check it out. It's a pretty good movie. At the very end, the one that nobody believes in, the one that everyone thinks is not special, the one that everyone thinks is reckless and just has no hope, winds up becoming the new leader of the Autobots and winds up saving the universe. The movie, as a kid, 12 years old in the 80s, really inspired me that anything was possible. And so does this guy. So rather than me ramble on for the next 10 minutes about this, I'll probably film a video about it later if I need to. If somebody asks me a question in a live stream, I'll probably go off on it. But so many things in my life were so overwhelming at that age. Like I had said before the beginning of the video, I was bullied all the time. People look at Old School Nerd and they're like, dude, you're 5'10", you weigh 225 pounds. You look like you play football. I did, but not at this time. I was extremely small. I was tiny. Skinny. I was 12 years old and I was a sophomore in high school. Okay. I graduated when I was 15 years old, which means I was extremely young, extremely small, and I was picked on constantly. And this song inspired me to go on. Now, last week's reaction, I had said that there were two songs that inspired me. The first one was There's No Easy Way Out from Rocky Ford. Of course, Tommy did that. It was in 1985. And of course, you have this one from 1986, which is You've Got the Touch from Stan Bush, which Tommy recreated in an amazing power Swedish metal style, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Tommy. It was just absolutely amazing. It's going on my playlist. There is another one that I recalled last night during our D&D game. Tommy, you do not have to do this reaction, so don't. I was not saying this to do this. But another inspiring song, if you like, during that time was Queen from the movie Iron Eagle, which came out in 1982. But nobody remembers Iron Eagle that much because it came out the same year as Top Gun, and who remembers anything but Top Gun? There was a song in Iron Eagle called One Vision from Queen. In fact, Queen played One Vision during their Wembley show, and the crowd went nuts. So as a kid, for me, those were the three songs that had you hyped up, had you believing. If you do get a chance to see the Transformers, and a lot of you that are going to see this have seen this movie, you're in your mid to late 40s, possibly in your early 50s, and this song was because you probably watched afternoon cartoons like I did. And this movie, when it came out, it changed so much for you in your perception of what the real world was about. Stan Bush did The Touch. Also, Stan Bush did a song during this movie called Dare. That one is also amazing. And funny enough, a song by Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, I know. All right, Tommy, it's enough of your Keytar. Let's look at, let's see if we can find a picture of you. All right, dude. I don't know when you plan to do this song, and it cannot be because I mentioned it. I mean, it's only been a week. So a couple of things are possible. Either he already loved this song because he's also a purveyor and a lover of cartoons and toys and things like that. So he probably already had it on his list. But if for some reason me saying that I love this song a week ago, had you put this together, that's ridiculous. How do you put a song together in 7 days? How? With your schedule? It's not possible. I'm interested to know. So, Tommy, you want to answer that question? You can just throw me a message. I appreciate you. To all of Team Tommy watching this right now, y'all are some of the most amazing people. Man, y'all are just so lovely. And I've been running into a lot of amazing people. My community is amazing. Tommy's community is amazing. There's a German singer by the name of Aoife. I've done some reactions to her. She's from Germany. Her community has blessed my daughter out of nowhere. And we're just like, oh my God, just freaking out. So there's a lot of musicians and artists out there that make me believe in miracles again. And wow, what a day. Okay, I'm going to go listen to this again. You guys can go. I love you all. All of Tommy's information is in the description below. Like you don't know who he already is. I know, it's ridiculous, okay? And I am proud and honored to say, thank you, my friend. And with that, I gotta go cry. I'm gonna go cry. I'll see you later. Come on, Optimus. We're gonna go. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this smoke ball together. We'll see you later.